Hi, this is Alyssa Borelli, Senior Editor for Commercial Integrator. Today I'm delighted to have Shane Roma, dvLED Product Manager at ViewSonic. We're talking about why ViewSonic has become a trusted partner for seamless video walls and how they help customers and integration partners approach dvLED investments with greater confidence. Welcome, Shane. So great to have you here today.
Hey, so great to be here. Thanks for having me.
Today's conversation is part of Commercial Integrator's dvLED Deep Dive Report in the May-June edition of Commercial Integrator, plus Security, Sales, and Integration. This will also be spotlighted online. Let's jump right into it.
Great.
dvLED is a big capital investment. When clients and their integration partners are making a decision at that level, trust becomes a huge part of that conversation. How does ViewSonic's 40-year legacy help give customers and partners real confidence in that choice?
Yeah, definitely. It's a huge capital investment, and often it's the focus of the space. People are putting it in because they want to give a really big impression, whether it's in a lobby or it's the focal point of a presentation in a conference space or a lecture hall, things like that. And so it's not just our logo that's on there that we want to protect, but also, our customer. We want them to have confidence that this is going to be a solution that's going to work long term. So ViewSonic, having been around for 40 years, we may not have been doing direct view LED for 40 years. But we've been doing display technology for almost 40 years. So you have that confidence that when you're working with us, you're going to get a solution that works. We're going to be here with you every step of the way, and we're going to stand by our solutions. So we're not a fly-by-night company. You don't have to worry about us coming in, selling it at a cheap price and then being nowhere to be found. Our US-based tech support, our US-based solutions engineering team, folks like myself as well, all US-based. So we're here to make sure that it's successful and protect that investment.
dvLED installations are very complex. They often require the video processors, power routing, calibration. How do ViewSonic's all-in-one dvLED solutions eliminate these headaches for IT teams and integrators?
Yeah, our goal is to make it as easy and accessible as possible. So all of that is actually done in the factory. And with the all-in-one controller, there's no need for like external processors or anything like that. We have pre-configured series that are actually stocked here in the US. So you purchase it, single part number, same you would like a display, and everything comes pre-calibrated, pre-mapped. So you don't have to touch any software. It's very plug and play. You hang it, you install it. You plug everything in per the wiring diagrams, and then you're good to go. So that's going to be much simpler than a more traditional direct ULED, where you are going to have separate processors. You are going to have to worry about image mapping and image calibration. And that even extends to our customizable products. When we're doing made-to-order customizable, all of that is still being preloaded in the factory. All the tiles are being calibrated in the factory. So it's still a completely software-free experience. So you don't need to be a direct ULED expert. You can let us be the direct ULED experts, and you can just focus on, or our customers can just focus on getting a big, beautiful display.
So how do ViewSonic's US-based solutions engineers help integrators plan for the structural and technical details before installation even begins?
Yeah, so like I mentioned before, we're here throughout the entire process, whether it's kind of pre-sales all the way through post-installation support. And our solutions engineering team is a big part of that. These are guys that have been with us for sometimes up to 30 years. They've seen a lot of things. And we have a couple of predefined stages of the project as we go through it. We have a design consultation, which is before you even buy the product from us. We'll get on the phone with you. We'll go through, hey, what are you looking to do? What's the purpose of the space? What are the kind of maybe the limitations of the space, the type of walls, things like that? And let's go ahead and design this system. Let's talk about power. Let's talk about resolution, content, things like that. And then there's a pre-installation checklist call, which happens a couple days before. This is to make sure, hey, that power we talked about during the design consultation, was that installed? Where was it installed? Because direct LED is very much a measure twice, cut once sort of activity. The more you do on the front end, the way easier your life is going to be on the back end. So they're there to really help make sure that that's successful. And then for the actual install, they'll go on site to help guide that install, work with the installers to make sure that everything's being done properly and it's gonna look like it should and how the customer expects it to look. And then we do have a tech support team that is US based as well. So let's say something does come up after the installation, we're still here to help support and make sure that that you maximize your uptime of those systems.
So dvLED walls look Amazing, yet they're very fragile, especially in busy places. Can you walk me through how ViewSonic is protecting these displays with things like the glue on board or chip on board technology, and how that really helps when it comes to dust, bumps, or even moisture, and what does it mean for clients' investments over time?
Yeah, definitely. So, what's the first thing we all do when we see a big direct ULED? We go up and we touch it. It's universal. Kids, adults, it doesn't matter. So we learned very early on that these are used in very public environments, and they're going to get touched. They're going to get knocked around. So all ViewSonic direct ULEDs now have a protective coating on it. So whether it's glue on board or whether it's chip on board, what that means in practice is they're all IP rated, so that's going to be against dust and moisture, but they're also IK rated, so impact protected as well. So we've seen a massive decrease in service calls because during the actual installation, things can get bumped around. During normal day to day, things can get bumped around. So it makes them much more durable. So we go back to that confidence of you having it installed in large capital investments, it being the focus of the room. That makes sure that it's looking good for longer, and it's just one less headache you have to worry about because you know that you have that protection on there when people do go up and start, knocking it around, leaning up against it, touching it, all of that fun stuff.
Is there anything else you'd like to add? Do you have any closing thoughts?
Yeah, we are going to be at InfoComm, so we'd love for you to come by and say hello. We'll be at booth C7010, so C7010 in Central Hall. A lot of the things we went over today, we actually have a few classes we're going to be teaching as well. So I'm going to be leading a design focus class on Wednesday, where I'm going to go over how to make it easy. Doesn't have to be complicated, how anyone can design a direct ULED. So we have an hour-long class on that. And then the next day on Thursday, our solutions engineering team is leading a class on installations. So common installation kind of tips and tricks, how to make sure your direct ULEDs go smoothly from the installation. So would love for you to come by, say hello at the booth, and would love for you to attend the sessions as well. Awesome. Thank you so much.
And Shane, thank you so much for joining me, and thanks for sharing your insights.
Thank you.
And to everyone watching, we appreciate you tuning in. Don't forget to check out Commercial Integrator's 2026 dvLED Deep Dive Report in print and, of course, online at commercialintegrator.com.